Okay, so this is something that really confuses me about the UK. Plastic tub in the sink. Because I remember the first time I ever came to the UK, this was back in 2020. I went to Blackpool, which is a whole other story unto itself. And I went to do the dishes at this lady's house, and I went to take this out. She's like, oh, no, don't take that out. That's what you do dishes in. I said, no, the sink's what you do dishes in. She's like, no, you do it in tub, and then you pour tub into sink. Or in this case, it's actually a fancy one where it's got a little plug itself, but
I get asked this by people over here. Firstly, where it comes from. It comes from a time when sinks were very big. People didn't really have like the sink with a tap, and you would pump water. You'd use a hand pump to pump water up, and then you'd use a kettle from the range. So you had a bowl inside it because the sinks were massive, great big tubs. And it's a holdover, but it's a very useful holdover. Firstly, British kitchens tend to be small, and a lot of them don't have double sinks, so you only have the single sink. And it means that you can fill the bowl, and it's more economic. You use less water, although you do obviously change the water. Means when you're washing up, if you come across a glass of wine or a mug of tea or something that's still got liquid in it, you can tip it down the sink and still wash it up, rather than having to make sure that you've tipped all the liquid down the sink, or have a bowl that you tip it into or take it somewhere else. It just means you can just tip it down the side. Because they're plastic, they hold the heat longer. A lot of British sinks, as that one there, I think, is stainless steel. So they hold the heat longer, and they are more gentle. If you drop a delicate glass into a plastic bowl, it's less likely to break than if you drop it into a stone or into a stainless steel sink. I mean, with double sinks, they're not as necessary. Composite sinks, probably not. I haven't used one for ages because I do have a double sink, but they are not a completely stupid idea. The only downside is, when you clean the sink, you also have to clean the bowl, and you'd be amazed how many people forget to clean the outside of their washing up bowl.